The FIVEAA Sports Show. Rowey.
I am flabbergasted.
And Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
It's 7 minutes after 4. Good afternoon on this Friday. Welcome to the post-mortem from last night's Crows final. Yes, it's been a rough day for a lot of Adelaide supporters, and there's a lot to review, and the show is open for you. 8223 0000. Call in. It's our finals footy Friday for Rusden Wines, live from the Royal Adelaide show. Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. It's nearly 24 hours past the loss. We'll get onto that. The Cats take on the Lions at Geelong tonight in the other qualifying final. But we are here live at the Royal Adelaide show, and it does bring back happy memories for a lot of people, and a place to come if you want to forget about your woe. Rowey, 18 hours, nearly 24-hour rule. How's the mood?
Well, I feel like using a word that Nick Dacos and Craig McRae used.
Oh, don't use that, no.
The same F word that, you know...
well, very unprofessional.
I've been told walking in here on numerous occasions and at my work today to stick that lid fair where the sun don't shine. And I said, funny that, it'd fit. But I'm going to ask you this question, and I've asked a couple of people this today. If I said to you, you're going to play in 3 finals this year, this is the Crows, before the year was bounced,
that's right.
You're going to play in 3 finals. Now, they've only played in one. They're only guaranteed another one. And I said, one of those finals, you won't be at your best. Because they weren't last night.
No.
For 2 reasons. Colling were at their best and didn't allow them, took away their time and space, but they weren't at their best. And I said to you, you're going to play in a qualifier, a prelim, and possibly a grand final, but one of them you won't play at your best. Which one would you pick?
You'd like to always play at your best, but if you can't, you've got to bounce back.
Well, this is the one that you'd pick for that. Now they've got to get it together. They've got a chance to get it together. They've got a double chance, and I'm confident they can. They were like deers in headlights and got smashed by a club, and full credit to them. Hate them. They turned up. Even McRae said, I didn't see that. That was their best game for the year. They were unbelievable.
The thing about it, we spoke about experience versus exuberance last night.
Correct.
And I felt like the experience actually showed out in the final.
When have you seen Thilthorpe kick across goal and turn the ball over and miss and not take the 50 and go all the way? We made dopey, dumb mistakes because they attacked us and they took away our time and space. We had no... What do we have? We had no composure. And no Isaac Rankin.
And looked rushed underneath the pressure of a final.
They were good. Collingwood, full credit on them.
I'll tell you one thing that's going to hit hard. I just saw Matt Summit, the Crows saxophonist. He's never had a loss. Well, he has now. Well, he has.
He might get told to stick to his saxophone the same place that lid's going to go.
I just told him to drop and give us 10 push-ups. Okay. That's your penalty for losing last night.
Oh, and that winning streak between Mark Davis and Matty Nix is now over.
Murray Davis,
correct. I saw Mark Davis at the Royal Adelaide show this morning.
Did you?
Yeah. Champion 36er, of course.
Here's another one. That was our worst loss for the year by the numbers, 24 points. The only other one we lost was 19 points to Freo. Here's the thing, we lost exactly the same way. We don't have class in that midfield. And when they get on top of you, they hurt you. Now, you're not going to be able to fix that this year, but you can fix it at the draft, you can fix it at the trade table. We need more class in the midfield.
Let's get the consensus of the callers post-game after the loss.
Yes, shattered. We were just outcoached tonight. They just didn't get their A game together, and it's been looking like that the last few weeks, really.
To quote you earlier, our midfield was like a leaky roof.
Every week we get beaten to centres, but we throw the same guys in there.
We can't knock our old club rooms down quick enough, mate.
The coaching staff did not pay Darcy Moore any respect.
How can you watch Darcy Moore intercept 3-4 in a row and not do anything about it?
What is Nick doing? Is he going to try and fix this?
Lack composure, class and dumb football. He had 11 contested and uncontested marks on the D50.
So what do you think of perhaps the lack of attention that went into Darcy Moore, but also then after half-time some of the moves of like Laird and Keys going into the middle?
Oh, when I saw Keys go in there, I love him. He's had a great year, but I thought that's panic stations. They were out-coached. Their coach's box got smashed, and they'll admit that. Again, they'll have a review. From that review, get the learnings, and from that learnings, put it out on the park next week, whether it's Hawthorn or GWS. That's the beauty about finishing in the top 2. You get a double chance, Timmy, and you know all about them.
Correct, and take it. Now, let's go to Matthew Nix on where he felt it was lost.
I know what the narrative might become the midfield, and we're still working in there. We're a great young group that's fought really well this year. But for the 5 goals in that period, it obviously was enough to cost us the game tonight.
The narrative, I have not heard that before. So he doesn't agree with it, that it's not a midfield problem. Hello? Do you think it's a midfield problem?
He's admitted it has been the last month.
No, but he said the narrative will be the midfield. Well, bloody oath it's the midfield. When you put Laird back in there and Keys, if I was to attack the Crows, what's the number one thing I'd do? I'd stop their best player. Who's that? Dawson. That's what they did. He has 11 inside 50s. He has 8 or 9 scoring involvements a game. They took him out of it. Then what's next? Where's Isaac? Well, he's in Lake Como. Where's someone else? Well, we don't have him.
The other blokes didn't actually stand up.
No, they didn't, and they weren't allowed to. You put Max Michaelani in there. Peatling played 33% game time in the first half.
I thought it was a big ask on Max as well. So when the pressure was on, the composure you have already mentioned, but also Nixie said Collingwood were able to hold their shape.
We lacked a little bit of composure today. Well, not a little bit. We lacked composure with the ball in hand today. There were times where we hacked it forward and maybe we didn't need to. We had an opportunity to use the ball and challenge our opponents. They're very good at shaping the ground, Collingwood. So holding their position and, it looks like they're playing extras behind the ball, but they're just holding their shape. And we really just hacked the ball into that on a number of occasions.
Well, I think I'm going to sum it up like this, and I think Campo and I did post-match. The Crows were certainly outworked and out-hunted. Their pressure was elite. Was it or was it not? I think we were outplayed. I think we were out-coached, and we were certainly outclassed. That 13 minutes, you look who won it. Elliott, DeGoey, side bottom, Pendlebury. Where's our Elliott side bottom? We've got them, but we were just out-coached and outclassed.
They got a fair few games under their belts, those names there. Yeah. This is where it was won according to the opposition coach, Craig McRae.
We're coming into this game the best defence in the competition. No one really talked about that. We're pretty happy to put it on the whiteboard, make sure everyone saw it. We kept the best offence in the competition over 24 rounds to 55 points. That's not just one person, but Darcy was a big part of that.
Well, hang on, we're the second best. So what are you saying, Craig?
I think what are you saying, that people underestimated how good they were at defending?
I'm sure the Crows didn't. I'm sure they didn't. Well, and the Crows were the next best. God, if we didn't have Worrell... That's yours, Timmy. We're just getting hands
very much.
Hey, thanks, Leith. We're on air, mate.
Good advertising.
Now it just throws something at my head. Oh, look, it's not doom and gloom. The great thing about this is I trust Nixie, the group, and this playing group, and Dawson. They're all proud. They will regroup and they will respawn.
Well, you got a double chance, and the coach, he's relying on that now.
We're in a unique position, which we've earned, that we play here next week. So, you don't often lose the final and get another crack at it, but we do. So we now prep for next week.
Have to be. And it's probably going to be next Friday, I'd say, Rowey, because the GWS and Hawthorn play Saturday, so they wouldn't want to give them a Thursday night. So I'd say you'd be playing Friday night once again.
Leith went and got us a coffee, got you a cappuccino and me an almond milk. That is the worst latte I've ever put to my lips. It's not going well, Timmy.
Who
heard?
It's clearly not fluoride.
Well, you reckon I've got doom and gloom?
Yeah.
Did you hear Will Goodings this morning as he opened up the show?
Very funny.
But if you reckon my bottom lip's dropped, have a listen to Will Goodings.
He said at 10 minutes after 6, he goes, good morning, everyone. The 5th of September. One day closer to death. And you go, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
He was very early in the 24-hour rule, wasn't he?
So how do you feel? 822-300-00. Who's confident they can bounce back? Where was the problem? What is the narrative? And it is the midfield.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to fix that till next year. People are saying you should have put Sid Draper in there. He wasn't the answer. Max Michaelani wasn't the answer.
No, you need to get the answer,
Como.
but the blokes have been doing it all year. That's where you need to get the answer from, and you didn't have it last night.
Because his name is Isaac Rankin.
But those other guys who've been playing well all year didn't play well.
No, they didn't.
They need to do it next week. They need to stand up because they're the blokes that are going to be out there. The booing incident, Andrew Dillon had his say. Craig McRae said he was disappointed. Lots of people had their say. I thought Graham Corns probably summed it up the best. He just said, look, for mine, you might do it once or twice, but the whole night, that was a bit too much. So I think Graham probably wrapped it up in one for mine. Well done, Graham.
What can I say about that?
Oh, if you want.
Well, it was mainly Quainer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maynard got a few. Houston did, certainly, and Frampton. So it wasn't just Quainer who we're linking to the Isaac Rankin, but don't tell a fan how to react. When he goes to a game and pays good money...
The others you can say, he left the club, Houston knocked out Rankin, or the rest of it. With Quainer, what did he do wrong?
Well, I think he was the one that antagonised Isaac Rankin to get him to apply, and it was Isaac's fault. So don't paint in a corner here. It was his fault.
He was a victim. He was a victim at the end of the day.
Well, he did say it didn't offend him, and he said it wasn't said to me, but it was heard in my earshot.
It continued on for the whole game, and that just went too long.
But let's just get this right. When you pay your money and you go to a game, and anyone that has never been to a Premier League game or gone and watched England play Germany or Italy against anyone, at international level, at these other grounds, I've been to many grounds around the world and watched sport. No one tells them how to act and how to boo. Now, there's hooliganism, where the dogs come out, you get too much grog and you're playing like a carry-on, like a... But booing, give me a spell. Do not sanitise this game.
I will agree to disagree.
I mean, the club's brought out a statement. My club brought out a statement about booing and jeering and supporting.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I'll boo when I want to boo.
Well, they said don't be disrespectful. And that was essentially the point I think people were trying to make.
So boo everyone bar Quainer because of the Isaac link. Is that what you're saying to me?
No, they have different reasons.
Don't boo Frampton because you left the club.
Well, what did Quainer do to the Crows? Is essentially the question.
Don't boo Houston because he knocked Isaac out.
What did Quainer do to the Adelaide Crows?
Well, just the fact that he's a Collingwood player is enough for me to jeer him.
In other big news just dropping, AFL Chairman Richard Goyder has announced that he will stand down, and that is going to happen as early as March 2026. So I would imagine they will find whoever that replacement will be, and there'll be some sort of handover period for that.
I've got someone who's already put his name up. D. Kosh. Has he been angling for that job?
I think the name's been mentioned.
He'd be one out, 9 back, wouldn't he?
I don't know what the relationship is internally, so could be a good option.
We'll put that to David Will next week.
Well, Caro's been at Richard for some time. Yeah. I think he's been there too long.
9 years.
Move on.
It's just about right, I reckon.
Perfect.
9 years. 8 to 9.
Yeah,
perfect. So,
move on.
Good one. We'll take your calls next.
We are certainly going to do that. And Rowey's got his full review, warts and all, from last night's final at 4:30. So stick around for that. We want to hear the rap. We're live at the Royal Adelaide Show. Pop down if you're nearby. And, of course, we'd love your calls today. 8223 0000. Sam Berry to join us as well later on today. It is the FIVEAA Sports Show.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
You've worked hard, raised families, built a life. Now it's your time. At Living Choice Flagstaff Hill Retirement Village, wellness and comfort aren't extras. They're every day. Retirement is your time to focus on living well by taking advantage of the magnesium pool, staying active in the gym, or unwinding in the cinema with friends. Here, luxury living meets lasting well-being with beautiful move-in ready apartments waiting for you. Discover the retirement you deserve. Book your tour today at livingchoice.com.au.
It's on now. Wayville Hyundai's demo clearance. Every demo has been priced to clear. That means a huge in-stock range, big savings, and ready to drive away. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai. Visit wayvillehyundai.com.au.
What could be better than footy, fire, and farm fresh flavour? The final series up the stakes with Thomas Farms. Check out this absolute ripper footy finals box. It's packed with South Australian beef, lamb, pork and chicken, ready to impress your crew.
Yeah, whether you're hosting the big one or turning up with the goods, this is the box that, here's that pun again, ups the stakes. Now, you can order from the website. Just go to thomasfarms.com.au or pick one up directly from any Thomas Farms butchers. Now, you'll find them at Castle Plaza, Cabin, Colonnades, Norwood and West Lakes.
Thomas Foods, Ripper Foods, finals boxes, premium Aussie meat, farm to fork flavour made for finals footy.
Who wants to go on a holiday? Dreaming of your next getaway? With Travel Auctions, the choice is yours. From powered sites for caravanners to holiday cabins, relaxing cruises and hotel escapes, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. You bid the price you want to pay. With Travel Auctions, it's as simple as placing your bid, and if you are successful, hello holiday. Travelauctions.com.au or call 1300 656573. No hidden fees, just great deals.
I bet your dad loves his nuts. And the very best nuts are South Australia's own Charlesworth nuts. G'day folks, I'm Brett Charlesworth and we have over 50 eye-popping gifts to thrill Dad with this Father's Day. They're all overflowing with Charlesworth's mouth-watering nuts and chocolates. All you have to do is pick the one your dad will love the most. Visit our 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Or see us at the show and spoil Dad with one of our famous show bags. Why Charlesworth this Father's Day? Because fresh nuts taste better.
It feels like finals this weekend. The 2025 Host Plus Sandful League Final Series is taking over Adelaide Oval this Sunday. See Adelaide take on Norwood in the first semi-final from 12:15 before Sturt go up against Glenelg in the second semi to secure a spot in the grand final from 3:15. Don't forget, free entry for the kids. Tickets from Ticketek. Visit sandful.com.au/finals for details. The Host Plus Sandful League Final Series. Nothing beats it.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Welcome back. It's 23 minutes after 4 on this Footy Friday for Rusden. We have last night to dissect, so we want your calls. 8223 0000. Tell us how your Friday has been going, Crows fans. It has been a rough one, no question. For Rusden, Blackgut Shiraz up for grabs. Let's check your traffic for Rossdale Homes. SA's most trusted with custom design, fixed pricing and a total peace of mind because trust is a must.
Afternoon at Elizabeth Grove, a 4-car crash, Main North Road near Halsey Road. Brighton, Carvey Tree, Sturt Road near Brighton Road. And she's the last weekend for the show, so expect lots of people around Wavell, Goodwood and Greenhill Roads this afternoon. Getting busy, South Road, Edwardstown with a camera, Montague Road at Mawson Lakes. Gift at an exciting gift with instant scratchets. For a chance of an unforgettable Father's Day, head in store and grab an instant scratchets gift pack today. Gamble responsibly. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Yeah, we're live down at the show, Timmy. The Crows had a loss. They get to fight another day. There was a Adelaide statement on the booing last night. I read and quote, "We want members and footy fans to be barracking and passionate. However, they should do so respectfully, and any behaviour contrary to that is disappointing and not appropriate."
Any name
Quote
to that?
unquote.
No name?
No, it's just a club statement.
Do you agree with it?
Nah. Hello, John.
Hey, boys, how you going?
Yeah, good.
Good, John.
Yep, well, just before I get on to what I want to say, I give zero, what's about what the club puts out about how I should, whether I should boo or not, and I'd say the same for Andrew Dillon. I'll go and pay, and if I want to boo, I'll boo, and if I don't want to boo, I won't boo. So, you know what, give it a rest, I'm sick of it. Rowey,
yeah.
I
As
heard
long
you
as you don't vilify, as long as you're not swearing, as long as you're not crass, as long as you're not aggressive, as long as you're not, making it unsavoury for the person and the patron next to you, you do what you want at the footy, Johnny. I'm with you.
So I heard your summary around why you thought we lost. I agree 100% with that, except I'd add one other thing. And this has been happening for a number of weeks now, and even if you go back to the game against Melbourne here, Our coach is obsessed with a defensive game plan, and it inhibits our attacking ability. I called you after the Hawthorn game, where all we were doing when we were going forward is continue to bomb long and bomb long and bomb long, and that just taxes things. It's just a taxing game plan. This defensive dour game plan needs to go. Do I have the comfort that we're going to win a premiership using that game plan? No, I don't. We will win this week, possibly. We won't get past the preliminary final, though. On what I saw last night and what I've seen for a number of weeks now, this type of game plan isn't going to cut it. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I disagree a bit there, Johnny.
We're number one score for?
No, well, right up until about 3 weeks ago they were, but they're number 3 for scores for. They've won more quarters than any other team, and not only that, they've been in front for 71% of the time.
I think you've had
That's
an
a pretty
attacking
good
look.
attacking
You
look.
probably did.
Absolutely.
I think it's more so about your last month, isn't it?
That's right.
That's where it's all.
And I get where he's coming from. I disagree with that. I just think it's the class in the midfield that costs them all the time. And they're going to have to go to the draft. They got one Sid Draper, but he's a year or 2 years away. They know what they need, and they've got to go and get it. It's not going to help them this year, but hello, Bev.
G'day, Bev.
Hey guys, love you, but I disagree about booing. Okay to boo the team, all right to boo when somebody's trying to get a goal, but booing with somebody constantly, not on. How are we going to cope when Isaac cops that when he comes back on the field on grand final day? They're going to boo him and how's he going to cope? And how are we as Crow supporters going to cope with him being booed like that? Not on. Shouldn't be happening.
Well, Bev, they've been booing Tex since his indiscretion. Go to a game at the MCG when Collingwood's playing. He gets absolutely jeered all the time, Tex.
Difference in that situation, just to defend those
Bev.
booing Tex, is Tex was the perpetrator. Quainer was not.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. So you can boo Isaac Rankin all you like, but you can't boo Quainer.
Yes, you can. You can boo who you want, Sam. Don't try and take the high moral
that's
ground.
the apples for apples.
There are people, rightly or wrongly, that would think that what Quainer did to Isaac that entire game, that a lot of people know that.
Is there proof of that?
There's not.
There isn't proof of that.
No, there's not.
So he's an innocent little player, Quainer, is he? He didn't say one word to him.
We don't know what's happened.
So he's
on the
innocent,
field.
is he?
Do
Is he
you know
innocent?
that he is?
Well, don't question me on that. I
I'm
do
just
know
asking the
stuff
question.
that's delicate.
Well, do you know?
Well, I'm not going to go there because I'll get myself in trouble, Sam. So don't paint me in a bloody corner.
You're justifying
I know. Well, I am. Absolutely, I am. I am justifying it, and I have every right to. You don't tell people how to act at the football, mate. And you shouldn't either, nor should you, Tim.
No.
Pay your money, you do what you
I'm
like.
not arguing with you. Woodville. G'day, Tyrone.
Good afternoon, boys. It was a bit sad watching the game last night, but my dear old dad used to say to me, and Timmy, you'll probably like this, if you can't beat Port Adelaide during the minor round, you got no hope in hell of beating them in the finals. And that used to mean that because Port Adelaide were hardened in finals and they just used to rise up another gear. And here's a saying maybe that Nixie might be able to use with the boys now. It's an old Japanese saying. Fear is a reaction, courage is a decision.
Oh, I love
Great
that, Tyrone. Gee
Tyrone,
whiz.
great call. Gee, I tell you what, he's in running a little bit with that black gut Shrez. Write it down, Timmy.
I'm trying to.
I reckon, actually Tyrone, are you there,
Do
Tyrone?
it again so I can write it down.
Tyrone, you got that from Jack Cale, so don't go stealing
Fear
Jack's
is a
work.
reaction.
Yeah, keep
Courage is a decision. Is that correct, Tyrone?
Fear is a reaction and courage is a decision.
That's
Love
a beauty.
Well done, mate. When you're in the trenches in World War II, that's a ripper.
That's a beauty. Let's go to Sterling. G'day, Russell.
Hello, Russ.
Again, that's a pretty good comment. I was thinking a similar thing. It's not what happens in life, it's how you respond. Couple of questions. What about Alex Steele-Bullen in midfield? More experience. And I reckon one of our best players, Settler, throw him in there as well for a bit of bash and crash.
I would have done that before I went to Laird and Keys, and I think Campo even said that.
I thought he was excellent.
Oh, look, I know what coaches do. They go to their true and tried. So we're under pressure. They're on top of us in the third quarter. What do? Someone in that coach's box would have said, Pedler, nah, give me another name. Give me another name. Nah, no, Laird, do it. That's what happened. Get some ideas.
We've got to go to the 4:30 headlines, but I will talk to you about what ifs, the meaning of the game, the what ifs.
Yeah.
And that's maybe one that they could have had ready to go.
Well, Peds was drafted as a midfielder, and talk about bash and crash.
Didn't he have a great game last night up front at least? It's 4:30. Headlines are coming up. Rowey's going to dissect what was a very, very tough night for Crows fans straight after this.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Jetty Road at Glenelg, the redevelopment there, in part, looks like a war zone.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
The Loud Cow Bar and Grill put out a post. They can't continue trading. The disruption has made it impossible.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
You look at the number of councils in this state that have, watted money up against the wall.
5AA Breakfast.
Bringing in lawyers, corporate psychologists and HR consultants to deal with the fact that they can't actually talk to each other in a civil fashion.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brattig. A slain police officer has been farewelled in Victoria as the hunt continues for his killer. A push to double the tax on superannuation balances above $3 million could be put on hold. Warren Treadray's long-running legal battle with Nine has ended, with the former AFL star ordered to pay all of Nine's legal costs. And another prelim final spot is up for grabs tonight when Brisbane take on Geelong at the MCG. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Charmin Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
Afternoon at Elizabeth Grove. Got a 4-car crash causing big delays, as you'd expect. Main North Road near Halsey Road. Brighton, Carvey Tree there. Sturt Road near Brighton Road, just near the pub. And she's the last weekend for the show, so expect lots of people around Wayville, Goodwood and Greenhill Roads this afternoon. Cameras Clayson Road, Salisbury East and Kester's Road at Para Hills West. $2.6 billion is up for grabs in the USA Power Lotto. Be quick, draw closes 9:30am Sunday. So head over to lotteryoffice.com.au now. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight and a possible morning shower tomorrow, a high of 25, at the moment 18. More news at 5 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
One of the best things about South Australia is there's so much of it. Fortunately, getting a parcel from one side to the other is easy with Stateliner. Sure, Stateliner have a fleet of modern, comfortable buses, but they'll also carry freight across the state for you. Affordable rates and your parcel goes on the next available bus. From the city to Port Pirie, Whyalla and Port Augusta, Ceduna and Port Lincoln, the Riverland, Mount Gambier and many towns in between. Get your parcel moving quickly. Put it on the Stateliner bus.
Is it the best Beechwood home ever made? Possibly, but there's always more to come from Beechwood. Introducing the Caliente, now open for viewing. The Caliente is a multi-level masterpiece of design, innovation and style. Taking inspiration from Palm Springs and California, it's definitely a conversation starter. The team at Beechwood can't wait for you to see it at 10 Simon Crescent, Craigburn Farm. Open Saturdays and Sundays, 1 to 4:30pm. Life's good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
What would you do with $500,000 cash? You could soon find out.
Well, you can get your tickets for the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery by midnight tonight to go into the early bird draw for $500,000.
Buy now at homelottery.com.au and stay in the draw for the $4.6 million grand prize in Walkerville. It's a fully furnished, professionally decorated, landscaped masterpiece.
Well, early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Is it your turn to win big?
Yes, your tickets funds life-changing medical research to find cures and improve care for all South Australians like you. Don't miss this one. Get your tickets at homelottery.com.au.
If you appreciate sporty handling in a compact car that puts the fun back into driving, you'll love the game-changing Corolla at Jarvis Toyota. It features a 1.8-litre fuel-efficient hybrid electric system engine, plus cutting-edge safety advancements. And every new Corolla comes standard with capped price servicing. Exhilarating Corollas are in stock and ready to go. Take a test drive today at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
A new elevated shopping experience awaits at Burnside Village. With a 2-story Mecca flagship store, Coco Republic, JB Hi-Fi, Uniqlo, Style Runner, Kavari, July and much more. Burnside Village. Fashion, dining, lifestyle. BurnsideVillage.com.au.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
I thought Pedler, it was a great performance. You know, he's the first one back for a while. It's probably what we hoped with Peds, was he was going to be that sort of big game player and enjoy a stage like tonight, and I thought he played some great footy.
Pedler, 3 goals, 6 marks. Campo's second best on ground last night in Adelaide's 24-point loss to Collingwood, the first qualifying final of the 2025 finals. We're taking your calls, 8223 0000.
Yeah, well, I've been asked to do a qualifying final wrap, and I think the first thing that needs to come out of my mouth is an acknowledgement to Collingwood. That was their clear best game for the year. They brought their A game on a big stage. They've done it before. 2 years ago, they were premiers. We all knew they had it in them, but in their form coming in, 2 wins of 2 bottom 4 teams out of their last 7.
Scratchy.
It was pretty scratchy. So they'd be wrapped with that. Their class in the end, their quick hands in close. The Crows were at them, but they just couldn't tackle them. And they linked up. They had 70 more handballs. Most of them were in contest.
They're kicking under pressure too.
Unbelievable. And look, it shone through. They were well prepared. I thought they were well set up. Certainly well coached, and certainly game day, there were all of that. Craig McRae's their coach, this is what he said.
It really is a different season. Everybody else is going to play the rest of the weekend. They realise it's a different season. The game changes. Uncontested marks go out of the game. Contested possession becomes big. How you defend the ground, when to attack, all those things become big. We're just playing match play right now. Now we don't know who our next match play is against. But I know one thing, that next time we play, there's only 4 teams left.
That's a bloke who's won a flag. And he knows he's been on the big stage. And that's called experience, Timmy. And you know about that. Jack knows about it. You do 7-time. You know it's a different game. And we didn't quite get to the level of being a different game. We were the complete opposite. We were outplayed, we were outworked, we were outcoached, we were outclassed. Matty Nick said, basically beaten by a better team.
We were beaten tonight by a side that played better than we did. No doubt about that. So, you know, that's our biggest lesson out of tonight.
Well, it is, and there will be learnings, and the great thing is they got a double chance. And there was a lot of players below their best, and I can just see them now, the Tex, the Thilthorpes, the guys with class, Dawson, they will respond. They've got a whole week to do so. That review for me is super important, how they do it, how they respond, and how they take their learnings from it. But I liken it like this. We've all been punched in the gob, haven't we? You ever been at a pub and you shot your gob off and someone went pop, it popped you right on the end of the beat?
Is this the Damien Hartley?
Yeah, well, I wanted to use the other one.
Good.
They got
we
punched.
have a family audience in front of us at the Royal Adelaide
so
show.
I've cleaned it up. They got punched in the gob. And when you do, you respond. And you learn not to get punched again. You need to evade. You learn to do things that you can do better in a final, so you don't get snotted on the beak again. Here's Matty Nix about being beaten in the contest.
We were also beaten in the contest too many times. So when we did have an even number ahead of the ball, they outmarked us. To their credit, their win half was better than ours tonight.
I don't look at stats in a game. I allow Campo to do that. I sort of like go with gut feel, and sometimes it's wrong, most of the time it's right, but, you just go with what you go for. I would have said in that game, the contested ball number, Collingwood were plus 20. They never lose when they're plus 20. What do you think the contested ball number compared to each other was?
Don't tell me plus 20.
No, Collingwood were plus 4. So I got it wrong.
Right.
I thought they smashed us at the contest, but they didn't. And if you look at all the key numbers, they didn't do it any better.
Well, this is the one I pointed out. Uncontested was plus 62 Collingwood.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So sadly, and it's been a trend in the Crows' losses, it's not the forwards, it's not the backs. Have a look at them. It's the midfield. And look, everyone knows that. When you can contain or limit Dawson, and they did, they had a real plan for him. Oh, God, they had a plan for him. They did it well. We don't have Rankin. We're not going to go over that, but we don't have Rankin. He's the next classy player through there. You're reliant on good plotters. We're going to have one on. Sam Berry, great honest player. Peatling, great honest player. They're not going to win your finals. You need to have some class through there. And what sides do with midfields is they take out their time and space. How many times do they jack it forward? Now, I heard Nixie say, well, it wasn't so much that they had a number behind the ball or we allowed them. They kept their shape. They just got at them. And great teams, great midfields that win flags, and Campo's always said this, midfields win flags. You go through Brisbane's midfield team when they won at Sydney's, you now go through Collingwood's. Their midfielders are good decision makers under pressure. That is the one thing. You speak to Longmire and all the premiership coaches say, what do you want out of your midfielder?
That's what I saw last night.
More than anything.
I saw that in Collingwood last night.
I want my midfielder, when the heat's on, to make a good decision and hit a target.
Hand and foot.
Now, you have a look when the heat was right on. Side bottom, Pendlebury, Degoe, you could go through them, Elliott. They're just great decisions under pressure.
Dacos.
Sadly, we don't have enough of them. Now, that's okay. We will. And they know that, and they've got to go to the draft. They'll try and find him. They'll develop him. They've got one in Sid Draper, but he's a kid. Yeah. They're going to take time. Here's Nixie on the midfield.
I know what the narrative might become, the midfield, and we're still working in there. We're a great young group. It's fought really well this year. But for the 5 goals in that period, it obviously was enough to cost us the game tonight.
You can't panic in the midfield. You can't bomb it away. You can't just hack it forward. You can't just hammer kick it forward. You can't fumble, and you can't be pushed off the ball. And our midfielders were all of that in that critical time.
And they forced them into it, which allowed Darcy Moore to just mop up everything.
So I worded it like that. The coach words it as, we lacked composure. Lacking composure equals all those things that I've just said. So Collingwood took away the Crows' time and space. Their pressure was elite. God, how good was it? Not that the Crows wasn't bad, but theirs was elite. Yeah. And then when the Crows was elite, they just seemed to be able to pick their way through it with handball chains.
Yes, they did.
Didn't they?
And their foot skills under that pressure too. There was one particular one that Dacos did on his left that hit, I think, Myercheck. It was a magnificent left foot kick. Hard up against the member side.
Class.
Boundary, yeah.
What's one that Jack used to say, class beats ass? Oh, that wasn't Jack.
That wasn't
Jack Kelly.
Sounds like it could be, though.
Let's give it to John. Let's give it to him. Look, we played into their hands. We kicked it down the line. They had good shape. Yeah, they did. They were well coached, well prepared. Our boys under pressure couldn't do it. That third quarter, for 11 minutes, I looked at it. They absolutely smashed us. I'll say their names again. Sidebottom, Pendlebury, Elliott, DeGoey. It wasn't lost on. Nixie, have a listen.
We lacked a little bit of composure today. Well, not a little bit. We lacked composure with the ball in hand today. You know, there were times where we hacked it forward and maybe we didn't need to. We had an opportunity to use the ball and challenge our opponents. They're very good at shaping the ground, Collingwood. So holding their position and, you know, it looks like they're playing extras behind the ball, but they're just holding their shape. And we really just hacked the ball into that on a number of occasions.
We want to get to the callers, so I'm going to cut it a little bit short. I got all the stats there, but there was nothing glaring off the page. You can see it. I can hold it up. There's nothing glaring that you think, well, gee, they smashed you in that game. Crows back 6 in their connection, led by Keane again and Joshy Worrell. We gave him best.
That was best.
Tick. They stand up under finals pressure. Absolutely. They still kept them under 70 points or whatever. The front 6, well, it wasn't their best day. Fogg will lift. Thilthorpe will grow. Keesey fell back to old habits. Tex could have kicked 5 in the end. He's still their best forward. He's still their best forward.
I thought he rushed his work.
He did. 2 goals, 3 kicks.
Yes, that second half, he rushed a couple of
But generally, I'm really confident about that. But the big concern is the midfield. What can they do before this next final? We'll go back to what you know. And what you know is what you know. And we're going to speak to one of them, Sam Berry. We'll drill that with him. But here again is Matty Nix.
We're in a unique position, which we've earned, that we play here next week. So, you know, you don't often lose the final and get another crack at it, but we do. So we now prep for next week.
I am more than confident that individuals will learn from that. And you know the ones. Thilthorpe won't do that again. Darcy Fogarty will lift. They're all fierce competitors. I'm more than confident with Murray Davis there that they'll get that selection right. They'll get the setup of the team right. They'll have some learnings from that. I'm sure the review will be brutal. They got 6 days.
Yep.
Well, no, 7 days.
7. It'll be 7.
So is it next Friday, Sam?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, next Friday.
The opposition will
so
have 6.
They'll play the winner of GWS
and
Hawthorn at home. They are not going to waste that. And I'll go back to my opening statement. If you were told you're going to play in 3 finals, a qualifier, a prelim and a grand final, which is the one you'd happy to say, well, if we get it wrong, we've got a second chance to get it right. It's this one, isn't it?
Drop the first one.
That you drop the first one. Because you don't want to do it in a grand final. We've done that, 2017.
The others, you're out.
You don't want to lose a prelim because you've lost what you've never known you're going to get.
Yeah, the others, you're out.
The others, you're out. 8223 00.
Let's go to 1 Tree Hill. G'day, Ian.
G'day, guys. Say a couple of things before you chop me off. I couldn't believe the amount of time we kicked to the opposition. Like I stopped counting after about 8. That's like a 19th person on the Collingwood side. And I'll tell you, if we don't make the grand final, just make the grand final, I wouldn't want to be Isaac Rankin because he's going to have wrinkly fingers washing all those cars every week on, week off for 3 months. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, well, we didn't dump that comment, did we? That's a fair comment. Isaac could be hurting, and I feel for the lad. He knows he's done wrong, and he's copped a whack. And he's copped a whack that's brutal because the game says this is what we stand for. So let's do that. But, God, how much better would we be with Isaac Rankin? But here's the thing that I'll counter to that. There's a kid called Bobby Hill who I'd say is equivalent to Isaac Rankin who didn't play.
Yep.
So they got it done.
Correct.
We couldn't.
Let's go to Paraka. G'day, John.
G'day, gents. Rowey, mate, have you slammed a few Dagwood dogs or what?
Have I slammed a few what?
The old Dagwood dog, you know.
Dagwood dogs, mate.
Dipped in batter, deep fried.
The dog part I thought came out as bog. I'm thinking, where are you going, mate? No, I haven't, John. Why would you think I would do that?
Oh, get on it, mate. You're at the show. Why not? Hey, lads, just a couple of points from last night. Number one, the goal umpiring. I think they need to be sacked, you know. Like, Stevie Wonder probably could have made some of those calls. Just wasting game time is not on. I think they need to make a move there. Number two, just with the Crows, it's all doom and gloom, right?
Hang on, Johnny, just before you move on, the best goal umpire that never goes upstairs, has the biggest smile on his face and is just elite, is David Roden. Didn't make the panel.
Not the panel.
Just another decision that dopey AFL
and every
made.
time, to John's point, that I saw something going on, like with the ball being a metre over the line, you're going, why isn't David Roden there?
Yeah.
Gee,
let's go upstairs.
Next point, John.
They mentioned Roden on the broadcast. I don't know, they were surprised as well he wasn't there. Guys, with the Crows, it's people acting like it's all doom and gloom, right? Like, they've had a great year. It's a salary capped comp. It's close. If you're not at your best, you're going to get done. Crows had won close to 10 in a row. The odds of them going through to the grand final with all wins is very unlikely. The fact they've got a loss now, it's going to happen. And I think the whole reason Collingwood won is because they lost to us last game, or else it would have been harder for them to keep their streak going, right? Now, I'm very happy for Isaac. He's got a chance here, God willing, he can go from zero to hero in about 3 weeks. And sometimes, the world has a funny way of working these things out. And I really think Hawthorn's going to win. I think they're a massive dark horse. If Crows can get over them, I reckon they're every chance. And next time, please just tag Dacos. I think it was a tactical mistake. He's the most dangerous player on the ground every week. And just to let him run free, even for a little bit, I think's a bit of an issue. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, thanks, mate. What's that quote that Mickey Malthouse used? The ox is slow and the earth is patient. Isaac just needs to be patient. The world and footy works in mysterious ways. Imagine if they did get through and he gets in the grand final, kicks 6 and wins the Norm Smith.
Let's get to next week.
Do I believe in fairy tales?
Hello, Ray.
Ray.
Yeah, g'day, mate. How you going?
Fire away, Ray.
I was just thinking about the Knicks, his floated response. When you said yourself 11 or 12 minutes in that third quarter when they got all those goals, why not something out of the box that Blighty would do, throw Fogarty in the middle? A strong body. Just for 5 or 10 minutes. Just to change the outcome.
You know what? I love Campo. He is so measured. He's been in the coach's box for 8 years. He sat there with some of the real good ones, and he's a midfield coach. And he said, if there's one thing I know about finals, remember, he was there all the way through in 2017 with Don Pike. He's been there. He's won a flag himself. Finals aren't for tricks. Blighty had a couple, and they worked. But more didn't than did. Remember, he lost in 3 grand finals. Yeah, he said, if you want to play tricks in grand finals, go to Vegas and go to Cirque du Soleil. Because I'm telling you, Rowey, they don't work. So you can't pluck someone like Fogarty, throw him in the middle, and think that he's never played there, he's going to do something. You've got to train it.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through. If you've got an opinion, we'd love to hear you, because every call tonight goes in the running for that Ruston Wines Black Gut Shiraz. 8223 0000 is our number. We're live at the Royal Adelaide Show, so we'll take more of your calls straight after we check your traffic.
At Elizabeth Grove, a 4-car crash, Main North Road near Halsey Road, Brighton, Carvey Tree, Sturt Road near Brighton Road. And she's the last weekend for the show, so expect lots of people around Wayville, Goodwood and Greenhill Roads. Cameras this afternoon, Montague Road, Mawson Lakes and the North-South Motorway, Dry Creek. Celebrate Father's Day at Dan Murphy's with Great Northern Super Crisp Lager 375ml cans. 30 block, $56 for members. Ends Sunday. Choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
It feels like finals this weekend. The 2025 Host Plus Sandful League Finals Series is taking over Adelaide Oval this Sunday. See Adelaide take on Norwood in the first semi-final from 12:15 before Sturt go up against Glenelg in the second semi to secure a spot in the grand final from 3:15. Don't forget, free entry for the kids. Tickets from Ticketek. Visit sandful.com.au/finals for details. The Host Plus Sandful League Final Series. Nothing beats it.
When the mornings start getting warmer and the sun rises a little bit earlier, the dream you let lie dormant over winter wakes. It's time to start with Olympic Industries Spring Sale. Huge savings on locally engineered verandas, carports, garages, tool sheds and more. Start building your dream now. And one day you'll look back at where it all started, in your own backyard. with Olympic Industries Spring Sale. On now.
Just about everyone's been to the Kent Town Hotel. I actually grew up in this pub on a Thursday night. Love it.
And look, for good reason too. At ground level, you've got the same amazing menu in the restaurant and the Kent Bar, plus seating for 150 outside. Perfect spot any day of the week.
Now, if you're people that live in the area as I did, and I went there and said I grew up in there, we're talking about the 80s, go there now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the different
What's
pub.
impressive, I had lunch there, and then it was like a 5-minute walk into town. It was
They got
fantastic.
this balcony upstairs.
Oh, it's beautiful. The balcony bar has everything. I'm telling you, it is magnificent, and it's completely separate from the 400-person function room on the same level. So you really do get the balcony to yourself.
Well, that's it. Now, you get your own bar, your balcony. It holds 80 people, a fireplace, just to keep everyone cosy. It's got everything.
Yeah, if you're looking for a great space or for your next special event, check out the balcony bar at the Kent Town Hotel.
Imagine moving into a brand new apartment where everything is ready, waiting and designed for the way you want to live. Discover the perfect blend of comfort and style at Living Choice Flagstaff Hill Retirement Village. Our stunning move-in ready apartments are designed for easy living, surrounded by first-class amenities that make every day a little more enjoyable. From wellness facilities to vibrant social spaces, you'll find a community where life feels effortless and rewarding. Explore luxury retirement living at its best. livingchoice.com.au.
It's on now. Wayville Hyundai's demo clearance. Every demo has been priced to clear. That means a huge in-stock range, big savings, and ready to drive away. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai. Visit wayvillehyundai.com.au.
Go Harvey Norman top picks for Father's Day. Busy dads will love a robot vac. Sports mad dads, a big screen TV. Active dads will love smartwatches and rings. Home security for safety conscious dads. Heaps of top picks for gaming dads. Or spark his creative flair with cameras, GoPros and drones. Turn up his entertainment with speakers and soundbars. Or help him look good and feel great with shavers, grooming and massages. Upgrade dad's kitchen game with coffee machines and air fryers. This Father's Day at Harvey Norman.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
At 7 minutes to 4, are you ready to go? Well, there's just enough time still for the Royal Adelaide Show. It's on for the rest of the weekend, presented by Drake's. You can still get tickets at theshow.com.au and Drake's Supermarkets. That is where we are right now, broadcasting live. Of course, after 5 o'clock, we're going to speak to Sam Berry from the Crows, but we still want your calls for Rusden Wines.
Just quietly, what is a Dagwood dog?
A Dagwood dog's like a big hot dog that's on a stick, and it's deep fried in batter, and it goes around like that, and you put sauce on it, and they only come here at the Royal Show once a year.
Wow, I don't know.
Is that
what
a fair
I'm missing.
description?
Would that go nicely with the Rusden Blackgut Shiraz?
Anything does.
Yeah, that is true.
Does.
That is true.
Let's go to Hallett Cove. G'day, Jason.
G'day, Timmy. How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
Good. No, Rowey, mate. It's amazing how you manage to keep topping yourself year in, year out, to be honest. Like, we get you aren't the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But surely even you can see this isn't about whether people can boo or not. It's about the reasons behind the booing. Like, to boo someone simply because a Crows player vilified him and got suspended is not only ridiculous, it's extremely offensive to a large community. Now, earlier you said they'd be booing Tex since his indiscretion, so that makes it okay. Tex made a racist remark. If people want to boo him for that, go ahead. If a player leaves your club, no issue. If a player causes harm to another one of your players, no issue. But what about if Crows fans were to boo Robbie Young because Tex racially vilified him? That's just ridiculous. That's essentially the logic of your stance.
So Jason, you want to be the booing policeman, do you? You want to be able to control the emotions of a paid fan to a sporting event that they use for escapism, and they want to just be themselves and turn everything off and just barrack for their team. How sanitised do you want our game? Clearly you haven't left our shores and gone and see the EPL or go and see England play Germany, and mate, it's worse than booing. Now, I'm not saying I want to go down that hooligan path, but it's people's lives, it's their livelihoods, it's their religion. And you want to be a policeman and say you can boo that, but you can't boo that. So it's okay to boo Tex because he was a racist, but it's not okay to boo Quainer because he was the victim of a comment that wasn't directed at him that he heard because he was getting into a play. Where's the line? Where's the line?
Well, I can see it. Let's go to Trevor. G'day, mate.
Well, maybe I am.
G'day, boys. How you going?
Good, mate. Where'd you lose it last night?
Look, being an elite game, it's very.
Trev, you drop it out, mate.
Yeah.
Just turn your phone on and speak inside of it, like the mouthpiece, like clearly talk into it so we can hear you, Trev.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
better,
mate.
Trev.
Go for it, Trev.
They just need to fix those panic kicks up. That's all they need to fix up. And
yep, good call.
So don't panic. And you need my address to send the wine to.
No, probably one of the worst calls of the year. Oh, Trev's gone.
Yeah,
I think part of communication is you've got to be able to hear what's coming through the other end, don't you think? Can we not talk about, Bluey, can we talk about the game?
Yeah.
Can we just...
Where it was won and lost.
I mean, it's your show, the listeners. You talk about what you want, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Okay, well, we're going to speak to Sam Barry next about the game itself, and you can continue to have your say for that. Runston Blackgut Shiraz, we're live at the Royal Adelaide Show. 8223 0000. Punch in the phone, have your say. And we'll do that next after the news.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. Okay, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of low-K demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
When you book a hearing test with Can Do Hearing, you'll be seen by an accredited audiologist. Can Do Hearing is South Australian, and we're not owned by a hearing aid manufacturer. This means we only recommend what's going to work for you, and your options are almost endless. Plus the extra bonus, our profits go to Can Do for Kids, supporting local kids living with hearing and vision loss. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing today. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
What would you do with $500,000 cash? You could soon find out.
Well, you can get your tickets for the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery by midnight tonight to go into the early bird draw for $500,000.
Buy now at homelottery.com.au and stay in the draw for the $4.6 million grand prize in Walkerville. It's a fully furnished, professionally decorated, landscaped masterpiece.
Well, early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Is it your turn to win big?
Yes, your tickets funds life-changing medical research to find cures and improve care for all South Australians like you. Don't miss this one. Get your tickets at homelottery.com.au.
Don't miss the Cheapest Chips Chippy Rewards Super Sale on now.
Cheapest Chips.
Members get 25% off solar lights. Sign up and start saving. Offer ends Sunday. Live cheaper at the Chippy Rewards Super Sale at Cheapest Chips.
One of the best things about South Australia is there's so much of it. Fortunately, getting from one side to the other is easy with Stateliner. Their fleet of modern, comfortable buses connect the city to the Eyre Peninsula and Mid-North, Riverland and Southeast, with many towns in between. Stateliner buses are equipped with toilets, air conditioning, they're wheelchair accessible, and you can even charge your phone. With 50% off for pensioners, seniors, children and full-time SA students, let Stateliner do the driving for you. Book today.
How many times a day do you experience hand or wrist pain? If simple things like cooking, holding a cup of tea or coffee, and recreational activities are giving you pain, do something about it. At Grip Surgery, we specialise in hand trauma, carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis, joint replacement, sports injuries, nerve pain, and more. To get a grip on the life you loved before, free from hand pain, visit gripsurgery.com.au. That's gripsurgery.com.au.
The latest local, national and international news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Clear tonight with a possible morning shower tomorrow, a high of 25. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. A sad update from police with confirmation a skull found at Port Lincoln in July did belong to Julian Story. It was found in scrubland by a pet dog while out for a walk. Julian was allegedly murdered and beheaded by his partner, former reality TV star Tamika Chesser. Hundreds of officers have joined Senior Constable Vadim Dewart-Hottar's family to farewell the fallen officer in Victoria. The 34-year-old died alongside Detective Leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson last week when they went to serve a warrant on wanted fugitive Desi Freeman at a property near Porpunka. Senior Constable Dewart-Hottar's brother, Sasha, paid one of the many tributes.
My brother was the happiest person I knew, happiest person I think any one of us ever met. No matter what he was doing, he always had this smile, this contagious smile on his face. And he was always found a way to have a great time.
Two women who were killed on a Melbourne freeway while trying to rescue an injured animal have been remembered for their compassion, kindness and courage. It's believed the women, both aged 30, were trying to help an injured kangaroo when they were hit. CEO of Wildlife Victoria, Lisa Palmer, says the rescue community is in shock.
What we do know is that these two young people lost their lives while showing compassion to an animal in need, and we will always remember them for that kindness and courage.
The opposition says the Prime Minister must reveal whether he's been able to organise a face-to-face meeting with the US President yet. Michael Packy reports.
Anthony Albanese has held another conversation with Donald Trump. It's the fourth phone call between the pair since November last year. In a statement, Mr Albanese says they had a warm discussion on economic and security ties. The opposition's Kevin Hogan has welcomed the latest talks, but argues there still needs to be an in-person meeting given the number of issues affecting both countries.
30 leaders have. Our leader hasn't.
Labor Party President Wayne Swan says the fixation on a face-to-face meeting needs to stop.
Very important that they continue this dialogue, as they have been doing.
Mr Albanese is hoping to hold talks with Mr Trump on the sidelines of international conferences both leaders are scheduled to attend over the coming months.
Coles will continue to stock cage-farmed eggs until 2030, despite previously committing to removing them from shelves this year. The supermarket giant's transitioned its home brand eggs to completely cage-free, but a spokesperson says recent bird flu outbreaks continue to impact the supply of name labels. State and federal governments have committed to a total ban on caged egg farming by 2036. A new $750,000 ad campaign hopes to encourage South Australians to eat more local seafood. Sales have plummeted due to the algal bloom, but Premier Peter Malinauskas says a lot of areas are totally unaffected by the algae.
There's been a lot of myth around the place, a lot of misinformation that has suggested that you shouldn't be buying South Australian seafood. The opposite is true. It's of the highest quality. It is exceptionally clean. And it is available in great quantities for South Australians to buy, and they should be doing it.
Now I'm turning to 5AA Sport.
At Barossa Valley Volkswagen, you can take a real test drive. barossavolkswagen.com.au.
Crows fans are under fire for constantly booing the victim of Isaac Rankin's homophobic slur, Collingwood defender Isaac Quaynor, during last night's qualifying final loss. It's been condemned across the football world as disgraceful and inappropriate. Crows ruckman Riley O'Brien agrees it wasn't on.
Obviously, fans can cross the line sometimes with that. Crowds can, do that sort of thing, and disappointing.
It's now do or die for the minor premiers after losing to Collingwood by 24 points. They'll play either the winner of the GWS Hawthorn elimination final next week in a knockout semi-final. And the second AFL qualifying finals on tonight at the MCG. The clash marks the fourth final between the Cats and the Lions in the past 6 seasons. Jai Clark is also among the inclusions for the Cats. Both Clark and Connor O'Sullivan will line up for the first finals of their AFL careers. An AFL Commission Chairman Richard Goyder will step down in March next year after 9 years in the job. Jeff Brown, former Bulldogs Chair Peter Gordon and former Geelong President Craig Drummond are possible replacements. The Socceroos and the All Whites will clash in the first of 2 games in Canberra tonight, playing for the Anzac Soccer Ashes. And American Amanda Anisimova will take on Arina Sabalenka in the women's final at the US Open after she beat Naomi Osaka in 3 sets. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Charmin Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
Afternoon at Elizabeth Grove, a 4-car crash, Main North Road near Halsey Road. Dulwich breakdown, Green Hill Road near Fullerton Road. Brighton Carvey Tree Sturt Road near Brighton Road. And last weekend for the show, so heaps of people head along tonight. Really big delays around Wayville, Leader Streets, Anzac Highway and Goodwood Road tonight. Cameras, Montague Road, Mawson Lakes and President Avenue at Andrews Farm. $2.6 billion is up for grabs in the USA Power Lotto. Be quick, draw closes 9:30am Sunday. So head over to lotteryoffice.com.au now. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Mostly clear tonight and cloudy with a possible morning shower tomorrow, a high of 25. Morning showers and sunny on Sunday, 22. Partly cloudy on Monday, 21, and then showers for Tuesday, 18. At the moment, 18. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, booing Crows fans ignite footy fury as Adelaide now prepares for a sudden death final. The call to back SA seafood producers amid our coastal crisis, and the diet backed by SA research experts believe could help ease chronic pain. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Yes and no. I mean, they've obviously got a lot of experienced older guys in their group, and they've been there a couple of years ago, and this is obviously new for us as a group, so you can't make up the finals experience. You need to be here, you need to learn it, and we'll definitely take a lot of learnings, like I said, out of this game, and we're extremely disappointed, but luckily we put in the work during the season to get ourselves a second chance.
It's the post-finals review live from the Royal Adelaide Show, presented by Drake's. You can still get tickets at theshow.com.au and Drake's Supermarkets. Get along for the weekend. 8223 is our number if you want a Rusden Blackgut Shiraz. That is up for grabs tonight. Still to come on the show. Zolan Cheatham from the Adelaide 36ers. The season opener isn't too far away. Luke Partington from Glenelg as the finals continue this weekend for the Bays against Sturt on Sunday. And Terry McAuliffe as well with his tips for the weekend. And we're live on the Stillwell Hyundai live stream, so you can watch on Facebook and YouTube anytime. But right now, all thanks to Sterling Homes, with your blocks the size of Adelaide Oval or the goal square. Customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Well, disappointingly, the Crows went down by 24 points to Collingwood. They were simply outplayed and outclassed in the end. Joining us is one of the Crows' absolute guns. Have I enjoyed his year this year? I speak of Sam Berry. Sam, welcome.
G'day, Rowey. How are you, mate?
Good, man. Well, more importantly, how are you? You heard your skipper coming out of the ad break there. What were the learnings from that?
Yeah, no, I did hear Dorf. He touched on it well, and I think you said it as well. I mean, we'll just, outplayed and outclassed a little bit last night. They brought their best, and, I mean, it was, I guess we got a real taste of what finals footy is. And I guess the beauty of the position that we put ourselves in is that we get another crack at it. So, we're licking our wounds, but pretty keen for the match this week and move on.
Well, you earned the double chance. If there was a game to lose, this was it, and I've got no doubt you'll get some learnings from it. The composure right across the field, I speak of Thilthorpe. He's an All-Australian, makes a mistake. Dorst made a couple of mistakes. Everyone did. You bounced the ball through the middle. The composure was lacking. Was that because they took down your time or space, or what have you put that down to, and have the coaches addressed that?
Yeah, I think it was, I mean, we probably just made the wrong decisions, far too often. But when it was probably time to go quick and hit the tools in a one-on-one, we didn't use it. When it was time to surge versus kind of driving our legs and using hands, we just didn't get the balance right. It was a theme probably across the board for us on the day, which was disappointing, because I think it's something that we've got right a lot during the year. They were playing a Darcy Moore was getting spare behind the ball, and we just played into their hands a little bit. I think there was 28 intercept marks against or something, which is way too high.
Yeah, the intensity was there. There's no doubt you got at them. There's this pressure index. I don't look at all of that, but that's the chase, the tackle, the harass, the smother. All those team things were there. It was up. They just seemed to be able to pick their way through the corridor with their handball and just play surge footy on it. It's a hard brand of footy to stop, and they got it right, didn't they?
Yeah, they definitely did. Yeah, I know, when they get it right like that, you start to wonder where you got it wrong, because there's a lot of little taps and flicks, and they just hold their shape really well. And yeah, I mean, they use it well, and they're damaging when they do it. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good learning for us, and I mean, there were promising signs with it as far as our contest, and we had some good patches, but I think it was that the start, the third quarter, was disappointing. Yeah, we just didn't get that right.
Hey, Sam, your first final, what did you sense the differences were from mine around?
I think it's just probably the biggest difference would be the constant pressure. I think, even late in quarters in a home and away game, it can drop off a little bit, but I think just the intensity the whole time, it's just so hot. And yeah, I think, I guess, we're kind of saying it now that, we've all got finals experience now, which is good, but it goes back to that composure point, which is the big one for us.
Their three talls didn't kick a goal like Mychek, Membry, Cox, but they found other ways to the goal, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, Jamie Elliott, I mean, he's a class act. He's a very good player, and he did what he did on the ground, and I think a lot of it was just getting the ball to ground, and then it was their contest work again, using shape. Side bottom, getting onto a few of them. So, they just got. Well, they've shown they've got more avenues to score than just one with their bigs, they did that last night.
Yeah, we have too. We've got one of the best forward lines going out there. Nathan Van Berlo's your midfield manager. What was his messaging at three-quarter time? What did you get wrong in that quarter specifically?
Well, a big one was centre bounce. We got done goal side, and it's pretty hard for any defence to stop when they're running out the middle. There were a few breakdowns there. I think, a couple of free kicks as well. I mean, across the day, I guess, the positive note is that we still, did bring contest, as I said, but yeah, just a little bit with method, and, in a game like that, you just can't afford to have lapses like that. Like, you can't let one goal turn into 4 or 5 like it did. You've got to stop it there.
Yeah, and I felt from the coach's box, just on that centre square, and it has been a work on all year, and I think you have got it right. You've had regulars in there like you. You're very good at centre square. Peatling's very good because he's dogged if you use it, he gets at him. Dawson reads it really well. The mix just wasn't right. I mean, I looked up when they were really getting a roll, and Lairdy was in there. Next when I saw Keesey in there. They haven't been in there all year. I don't know whether that reeked of panic or whatnot, but I would have backed in the Peatling. I mean, Peatling started on the bench, had bugger all game time in the first half because you were rolling Max Michelini in there. Did you get that part of your game wrong?
Well, I think we went to Laird and Keys because we weren't getting the mix right. I think it was a form of just trying to change it up a bit because clearly something wasn't working. And it's on us as players that, we shouldn't put ourselves in that position for the coaches to have to try and make that call or change things up.
Good call.
Yeah, because we probably weren't having the impact. I personally didn't have the impact that I wanted last night. So, yeah, I mean, it's we're all bringing our game, and it definitely holds up, and we know it does. But we shouldn't force the coaches to make a call like that.
No, well answered.
Yeah.
Well answered.
Sam, Luke Pedler, he's had his own injury concerns many a time, but it was great to see him not only be able to perform, but he had a fair old crack.
He did, didn't he? I love watching Pedgy play. Big soft spot for him. And yeah, it was so good to just see him do what he did last night. I think, the way he was marking the ball, and he was kicking it beautifully too. So, no, I was very happy for Peds, and he was a bit of a bright light yesterday.
Good sign. They had plus 62 uncontested possessions, and I felt like that a lot of that would have been second half, where they just sort of wanted to control the tempo, and they just wanted to hold it off you.
Yeah. I think they were probably going quick, and I mean they love their chaos game and corridor.
Yeah.
But then that last, when they got a bit of a lead, I mean it shows the quality of their team. We probably folded back and didn't press the game like we should have, because they were going so quick all game, and we just didn't adjust to them being able to then shift the ball and do what they did and really take the sting out of the game. They didn't really, I don't think we kicked the goal in the fourth quarter, even after having a bit of momentum to finish the third. So, as I said, they play it well, and their experience, I think that was a real showing when they were able to do that.
Yeah. Well, you're all experienced now. You played a final. Sam Berry, I guess. Well, that's the best they could play, and they only beat you by 24. Had your chances, didn't convert. You'll get that right for the winner of the Hawthorn GWS game. Just an interesting thing. Did you hear the jeering, the booing? Was there a lot of lip during the game? Was there much sledging like there was that round 23 game versus Collingwood where Isaac Rankin fell foul? And what was the lip like?
Look, there was a little bit. There was a bit of heat out there. I mean, you hear a bit from the crowd. I mean, the booing probably wasn't necessary. I mean, we love the support and we love the cheering, but the booing's probably not something that should happen really in our game. But as I said, I mean, it's heated. We're all competitors out there. And when you get onto a footy field, you're going to compete, and part of that is frustration and words sometimes. But it's obviously just saying the correct things and playing within the rules.
Okay. So it probably wasn't as heated as what it was that home and away game. What happened at half-time? Who stirred that up? Was it that clown with the haircut? What's his name, Maynard, that used to live in South Australia?
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure on that one. I was on the fine at that point, so come on, it will happen. Yeah, yep.
Wasn't it? Well, Max Michelini got his shirt ripped off.
Yeah, he's looking pretty tough.
He owes the police, Stuart.
What's he doing here?
Yeah.
Well, we just got Sammy. We got news through of the fines. DeGoey, Worrell, and Keane have all been fined.
So Worrell hasn't. That's a typo. So it's just DeGoey and Keane. Keane's 6th striking offence, so he's got 10 grand.
Yeah.
But DeGoey's free to play in the prelim. He got fined for his bump.
Oh, God, he hit a bloke in the head. And sadly for you got a 15 grand fine as well. We're not too sure what it was, Sam.
Don't you dare do that, mate. Don't even dare.
Nah, sorry. Sam's just bought You've just bought a house, haven't you? You're a homeowner now. You got a mortgage. You're on the hook, son.
Yeah, I got debt to pay. I can't afford that.
Good boy. Sam, I've really enjoyed your development this year, mate. You guys will all get together this week. You'll review it well. You'll sit back, I guess, and watch the Hawthorn GWS game. It's a home final. If there was a final you wanted to not be at your best, this was the one. From now on, you've got to be at your best, and I'm confident you will, Sammy. You'll bounce back, mate. Thanks for your time.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
Good on you.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, Sam Berry. Came over with Luke the same year, lived together for absolute years with the same host parents. They're really good mates. And I don't know what it is about Sam. He looks quicker this year.
Yeah. He's got some pace.
He's got some pace, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done very well. And he's progressed his career big time in 2025.
Just on that, I thought he might have had it. Did you see him take him on and take that bounce through the middle? And it hit a sprinkler and nearly went over his head. Have you ever bounced the ball, Timmy?
Only 3 times in my career. Twice was when Andrew Jarman was chasing me.
Let him know about it. 20 minutes after 5, live at the Royal Adelaide Show. We'll take more of your calls for Russ and Blackguts next. But first, here's your traffic.
At Elizabeth Grove, a 4-car crash causing delays. Main North Road near Halsey Road. Dulwich, a breakdown. Green Hill Road near Fullerton Road. And Sturda smash on the Southern Expressway near Mowrin Road. Last weekend for the show, so lots of delays around Wayville, Goodwood Road and Green Hill Roads this afternoon. Expect expect that if you've got to go home that way. And a camera at Salisbury Highway, Dry Creek. Nissan X-Trail e-Power, the hybrid reinvented. Glide away with e-Power hybrid for the price of petrol. Search Nissan offers, T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Each week on the 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy invite some of their pals from the world of sport onto the show for a chat. Thanks to Pals, Parafield Airport Liquor, home of the hardest to find wines, beers and spirits. Life's better with your pals.
Want to keep doing the things you love at any age? Whether you're recovering from injury, trying to ease muscle or joint pain, or simply staying active, FIVEAA physiotherapy-led strength training builds strength safely for all ages and conditions. Visit FIVEAA's National Open Day, Saturday, September 13 from 8 till 3. Discover FIVEAA at kieser.com.au. FIVEAA, kieser.com.au.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. There's a lot to like about Mawson Lakes Mazda. They'll take care of you with next day servicing, complimentary loan car, vacuum and wash. And your breakfast or lunch is on them. Your car gets the love too with their state-of-the-art service centre, brimming with top-trained mechanics. At Mawson Lakes Mazda, they'll look after your car and look after you. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
Well, it's amazing how many great Australian success stories started in a back shed, so it's fitting that it's the exact same place where the Olympic industry story began.
Yeah, great things happen in sheds, and even greater things happen in an Olympic industry shed. So don't miss your opportunity to grab a bargain with Olympic Industries Spring Sale.
This is their big one, the Spring Sale. Olympic Industries have fantastic savings right across their entire range, including garages, carports, verandas and more in their huge Spring Sale.
Now, you can visit one of their 4 display centres at Para Hills, Paraka, Clarence Gardens or Old Ranella and check out the range at olympicindustries.com.au. Olympic Industries, built to last.
Don't miss the cheapest Chips Chippy Rewards Super Sale on now.
Cheapest chips.
Members get 25% off solar lights. Sign up and start saving. Offer ends Sunday. Live cheaper at the Chippy Rewards Super Sale at Cheapest Chips.
Let's make your life easier. With the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery, easier means locking your tickets in today. Easier means more possibilities. Easier means $500,000 in your bank account. Get your home lottery tickets by midnight tonight and you could win $500,000 just for getting in early. Deadline midnight tonight. Make it easy for yourself and get your tickets now. homelottery.com.au. Licence M14784.
Whether you're coming into the city for footy, friends or family, or you're headed out into SA, you can let Stateliner do the driving for you. They have a fleet of modern, comfortable buses that connects Adelaide to the Eyre Peninsula, the Mid-North, Riverland and South East, with many towns in between. Stateliner buses are equipped with toilets, air conditioning, they're wheelchair accessible, and you can even charge your phone. With 50% off for pensioners, seniors, children and SA full-time students, let Stateliner do the driving for you. Book today.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
We've already reviewed it, yeah, we've sat in there together. I think we're reasonably clear on where we need to be better. It's easier said than done, but I'm confident the guys stand up after that really brief, short meeting. They're recovering now, straight into how do we get ourselves physically and mentally ready for next week.
Adelaide's biggest loss of 2025 came last night to the hands of Collingwood. We'd love your calls, 8223 0000, but they're still alive.
Well, they lost the same way as they did to Fremantle, which was their other biggest loss, which was 19 points, and they were never in it. I didn't feel they were ever in it last night, but again, against Fremantle they had a chance, and against Collingwood they had a chance, and it is composure and it is class through that midfield. We just had Sam Berry. You can't buy class, you can't have it, you're born with it. And you develop it, the Penalties, the Nick Dacos and all those sort of Dawson, they all have class. The classiest player the Crows have is Rankin and he's not there. So how do you find that, Timmy, with the finals, with these next one?
I still reckon a lot of your lads were below their level.
Yeah.
Their own level.
That's true.
And I think that they can definitely respond by just getting back to their level.
That's right. And I reckon you are spot on. So even the coach admitted, I didn't think we could have played that well in the form they came in. And they were all amazed. That's why they were so happy afterwards. Where did that go? How did that happen? They were outstanding. That's the best they can do. Would you agree? They couldn't do much better than that. But they only just got over the line, really, in the end. The Crows' upside is massive. There's your positive. So people that want me to take the lid and shove it fair where the sun don't shine, no. The lid's still off, son.
Let's go to Ken at Morphettvale. G'day, Ken.
Ken.
G'day, boys. About 5 quick points, if you'll hear me out. The first one, Rowey, earlier on you said class beats arse. The original saying is actually arse beats class. So put that one down.
Yeah, true.
Now, what I wanted to talk about last night,
it's accidental.
Oh, okay. Sorry, keep going, Ken.
I had to turn the TV off about 5 or 6 minutes into the third quarter because I've got a little pet Jack Russell dog who's 4 years old, and she likes to sit on my lap while the TV's going. And I was yelling and screaming so much, she started to cry and carry on. So I had to turn the TV off because the wife was getting a bit toey as well. But what I really wanted to talk about was you've talked about being out-coached, outsmarted, we're outplayed, and to me, we're out of the grand final because I think we're going to come up against Collingwood in the one of those final. I get confused as to which one's are what, but we'll meet Collingwood before the grand final, I think.
Yeah. No, you won't. You can only meet them in a grand final now.
They go to the other side of the draw, Kenny boy.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right. The other thing is, I don't know how we're going to beat them on the MCG, but... and finally, just on the booing, are they going to stamp out booing the umpires?
Yeah, they'll do all of that. That's what people want. You're not allowed to go to the footy and boo. It's very unsocial. It's uncouth. It's un-Australian.
Sounds like it upset your dog, Ken. So don't do it at home.
Hey, Ken, that was only 3. We'll come back there for the next 4. Hello, Deb.
Hang on, we'll get to Deb in a moment. I think we're just having some phone problems. We'll get
Hello,
to
Yvonne.
Yvonne, potentially. There we go, Deb.
Deb.
G'day, Deb.
G'day. I can't believe that there's all this hoo-ha over booing. There should be more over the absolute next level swearing and yobbo behaviour that was at the ground last night. I was sitting there with my son. We had to move. We had this whole row and a whole area of Collingwood supporters. The swearing was out of this world. We are not prudes. We are regular, everyday football goers and have been going for a long, long time. And it was next level. I ended up covered in beer. We had to move because they were arguing so much with some Crows supporters for about 4 or 5 rows behind us. The security guards were called, and when we spoke to them, they said, this has just been horrific tonight. It was disgusting, and it's something to be done about it. And I have to say, in the Western Stand, where we were sitting on level 3, there is nowhere to get food. All you can get is beers and whiskies, etc. You have to go down about 4 or 5 flights of stairs before you can get food. And people aren't getting food because all they're getting is booze, because that was easily accessible. So they've got to do something about that.
Yeah, well, that doesn't sound like a fun night at the footy, and your team lost as well. I'm more on the social behaviour, the swearing, the cursing, the violence, the aggression and all of that. That's far worse than cheering someone that did or didn't do something on a footy field. Let's get that right.
Let's go to Hope Valley. G'day, Yvonne.
Yvonne.
Hello, guys. Look, I really appreciate all of you, and I love listening to Campo because, you know, he gives a really balanced view of things. I had to watch on the TV last night, which I really loathe, because I was one of the people that took too long to try and get tickets, and I was bumped off. So I am a 25-year member and didn't get tickets. Boo-hoo, my own fault. I would like to say that one of the things that took it away from me was the commentary, particularly from our dear friend Hornsey's son. The other thing I wanted to say was that watching on the television, it really seemed to be the lack of experience that beat us last night. You're right, we did bomb into the forward 50, which was very frustrating watching it on the television, and I think that is lack of experience. And also, I thought that Collingwood was very good at getting it out in very close quarters. When there was a scramble and a lot of players, when you're watching on TV, which I can't see when I'm actually at the ground, and I will be at the ground for the next game, I can tell you. But anyway, they were very good at just flicking it out, and there was always someone in the right spot.
Yeah, Yvonne, that's a very good analogy. They, in close, when we took out their time and space, were just able to weave it out with a hit, a tap, a handball, a flick. How many times does that Nick Dacos handball over his shoulder? He is amazing with that. They're like wizards. Side bottom's the same. Penalties, absolutely elite. In close, you've got to make good decisions because that's where the turnovers come. And Crows are the best team at turning the ball over and scoring. Collingwood denied them that.
Not last night.
Not last night, they weren't.
One of the first times all year. Time for the 5:30
Good
headlines.
call.
More of your calls coming up. And we'll talk 36ers as well with Zylan Cheatham.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. Forensic tests have confirmed a skull found by a dog in Port Lincoln in July did belong to Julian Story. More than 1,000 mourners have farewelled one of the police officers killed in the line of duty in Victoria. The opposition argues a potential increase in beef tariffs is another reason why the Prime Minister needs a face-to-face meeting with the US President. An AFL Commission Chairman Richard Goyder will step down in March next year after 9 years in the role. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Charmin Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
G'day there at Holden Hill, two-car smash North East Road near Sutholts Road. Got some pretty solid delays outbound. Elizabeth Grove, four-car crash getting cleaned up Main North Road near Halsey Road, and a breakdown at Dulwich to look out for Green Hill Road near Fullerton Road. Uber slow around the show last weekend. Everyone's getting in this weekend, can't blame them. So Goodwood Road and Green Hill Roads super sluggish for the drive home. And got a camera tonight, Salisbury Highway, Parafield Gardens. The My Freedom members exclusive sale has been extended. Join My Freedom today and save 30% off store-wide. Hurry, must end Monday. Only at Freedom. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight and a possible morning shower tomorrow, a high of 25. At the moment, 17. More news at 6 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
This is something that we think should have happened ages ago, and good on the Greens for pushing for it.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
Robert Sims, Greens MLC. You've won Liberal support to hold a state parliamentary inquiry into the algal bloom.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Yeah, well, actually, I got everybody's support on this one. It was one of those rare moments where everybody in state parliament voted to set this up.
5AA Breakfast.
So that's a great outcome.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA, always Adelaide.
It's on now. Wayville Hyundai's demo clearance. Every demo has been priced to clear. That means a huge in-stock range, big savings, and ready to drive away. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai. Visit wayvillehyundai.com.au.
There's one word that should be deleted forever. It transcends language, culture, geography, status, and it doesn't discriminate. That word is cancer, and until we can delete it, we're going to treat it. Lift Cancer Care is dedicated to offering additional cancer services to complement your existing treatment plan. We collaborate closely with your medical team to achieve the best outcomes for your diagnosis. So, if you or a loved one are ever struck with the C word, think of the L word first. liftcancercare.com.au.
And whether you're on the job site or shopping for a gift for Father's Day, Toolkit Depot have you covered. They got 10% off almost everything sale, and it's on this Thursday to Saturday.
From power tools to outdoor gear to hand tools to welders, generators, safety gear, accessories, Toolkit Depot has everything you need just to get that job done.
Absolutely. For 3 days only, stock up and save on brands like Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt, Kinchrome, Unimic, Sigweld and more. Their expert team will get you sorted with the right tool and the right advice first time.
Yep, there you go. So don't miss 10% off almost everything this Thursday to Saturday at your local Toolkit depot. T's and C's apply.
For over 45 years, Statesman Windows, a third-generation South Aussie family-run business, has helped home renovators and builders bring design, charm and natural light into their homes. With industry-leading turnaround times, Statesman Windows continues to offer value for money, backed up by great service and advice right across Metro and regional South Australia. For windows when and where you want them, call Statesman Windows.
Windows when and where you want them. Windows when and where you want them.
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
The FIVEAA